It's Monday, March 20th, 2017. This is PSN News. The Penn State Creamery is holding a competition to find its best ice cream flavor. We'll have all the details coming up next.
We'll also be bringing you the latest updates on President Trump's travel ban. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Erin Alessandroni.
And I'm Katie Barry. University Health Services will offer a vaccine clinic against measles, mumps, and rubella this Thursday, March 23rd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Alumni Hall. Students who have not had a first or second dose of MMR or students who need to receive a third dose are encouraged to attend the clinic. As of March 17th, UHS has investigated 49 probable mumps cases, 23 of which have been confirmed by lab tests. People with mumps are considered contagious 3 days before symptoms start to show and 5 days after the start of symptoms. Mumps is highly contagious and students are urged to not share food or drink with others. Anyone who may be experiencing symptoms should contact UHS or a local healthcare provider immediately.
Sexual Violence Awareness and Prevention Week is in full swing here at Penn State. It began last Thursday with the Red Flag Project on the Hub lawn that served as a physical representation of the number of sexual assaults that have occurred at University Park. Stand for State, Penn State's Bystander Intervention Initiative, hosted a workshop earlier today focused on the 3 Ds: direct, delegate, and distract. The week will end with a gala benefiting the Center County Women's Resource Center on March 24th. The goal is to increase awareness of sexual misconduct resources on campus.
The Berkey Creamery has launched an online tournament this month titled Flavor Madness, which encourages students to vote for their favorite ice cream flavors. There are several rounds to the competition, continuing until one of 8 flavors is crowned the champion on April 10th. The winning flavor will be discounted by $2 per half gallon for online shipments only. Those who participate may be the lucky winner of free Creamery ice cream, with a new winner chosen randomly each round. Flavor Madness is one of several new efforts by the Creamery to offer special events and promotions to customers.
Students in Penn State's Omega Phi Alpha National Service Sorority went canning this weekend to raise money for Relay for Life, a 24-hour walkathon benefiting the American Cancer Society. Despite Thon's plans to phase out canning after fall 2017, the university itself has no policies against student canning as a means for fundraising. This year's Relay Weekend, scheduled for April 6th and 7th, has almost 100 teams already signed up. According to the Daily Collegian, students who attend can expect to find live entertainment, food, and guest speakers who have been directly affected by cancer. Penn State Relay for Life has raised over $1 million.
Coming up next, Kelsey Mchugh will bring you the latest sports news. Stay tuned.
I'm Kelsey Mchugh with your PSN News Sports Update. What a weekend it was for Penn State athletics. Both men's hockey and wrestling each captured historic wins Saturday night, making this year for Penn State athletics even better. First off, to Detroit in men's hockey. Coming off 2 exciting wins against Michigan and Minnesota earlier in the tournament, the Nittany Lions took on the Wisconsin Badgers for a chance to capture the first Big Ten title. The Lions beat the Badgers 2-1 with Liam Folks scoring the game-winning goal in double overtime. The Nittany Lions will play Union College on March 25th at 4:30 for their chance to capture an NCAA title. Now off to St. Louis, where the Penn State wrestling team continues to dominate the wrestling world. Under the guidance of head coach Cael Sanderson, the Nittany Lions claimed its 6th national championship title in the last 7 years. The Lions won with a school record of 146.5 points, blowing out second-place Ohio State. The Nittany Lions had 5 wrestlers in the final 5 bouts, all coming out with victories. Junior Zane Rutherford beat Le'Veon Mays of Missouri. Freshman Mark Hall beat Bo Jordan of Ohio State. Redshirt freshman Vincenzo Joseph beat defending national champion Isaiah Martinez of Illinois. And sophomore Jason Nolf beat Joey Lavalle of Missouri, and sophomore Bo Nickel beat Gabe Dean of Cornell in the tournament's final matchup. Now on to some NHL. The Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Florida Panthers 4-0 on Sunday. Sidney Crosby had his 10th career hat trick during a nearly 11-minute span between the second and third periods. Patrick Hornvis added his 18th career goal for Pittsburgh in the first period. Marc-Andre Fleury stopped 21 shots for his 44th career shutout. The Penguins were able to hold the Panthers to 11 shots below their season average. The Penguins' next game is in Buffalo against the Sabres at 7 p.m. That's your PSN News Sports Update. We'll be right back after the break.
Students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Hi, I'm student meteorologist Robert Johnson from the Penn State Campus Weather Service with your full forecast, and welcome to spring. It has finally arrived as we compare our temperatures from what we had last week compared to what we had last year. So this was the difference: 65 degrees on the 17th compared to 43 degrees on the 17th. That's a big difference. I know we're ready for those springtime temperatures, and we are getting them this week. By about tomorrow afternoon, heading into dinner time, about 53 degrees in State College. So it definitely does feel warmer, so you won't need the heavy-duty jacket any longer. But also with the warmer temperatures comes our wetter weather. These showers are pushing into our region late tonight. You can even notice some of the heavier showers like in the yellow and the orange for more of that moderate rainfall. But most of that is going to stay to our south. We're getting most of this light stuff, and a lot of it does come during those overnight hours. 12:30, here we go. The rain is here, and then it's beginning to push out at about 4:30 in the morning. Still some showers linger across the state, but for State College, most of ours should be clear. Left with a whole lot of showers for Tuesday morning. And as we take a look at what we can expect later on for the rest of our week, tonight 34 degrees with those overnight showers pushing through. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, we are left with clear, beautiful skies for the first full day of spring. Partly cloudy skies out there, but still a whole lot of rays of sunshine are going to be around the area. 53 degrees as the high temperature. Here's your 7-day forecast from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. Spring showers come through late tonight into the overnight hours. Partly cloudy on Tuesday at 53. A cold front pushes into the area, giving us some cooler temperatures behind that cold front at 37 degrees for our Wednesday, bumping it up to 44 for Thursday with lots of sunshine. And those showers continue for our Friday. They're coming back at 50 degrees. And then after that shower moves through, we're left with a good bit of clouds for our Saturday. And then Sunday, 57, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. That's your weather forecast. I'm student meteorologist Robert Johnson. Sports is next on PSN News.
Welcome back to PSN News. The National Eating Disorder Association Walk is coming up on April 2nd. We have Andrea Cheadle here with us tonight, the State College NADA Walk Coordinator. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you. So could you tell us a little bit more about the walk and what it supports?
Yeah, so the walk is for National Eating Disorder Association. So all of the money we raise goes towards research, awareness, and all of the programs they have, such as their help hotline and things such as that, just to have eating disorders be less of a problem.
Awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about NADA's history?
Yeah, so their history, they started their programs in 2001, where they started to just kind of raise awareness for it since it wasn't really a talked about problem. And since then, they've grown a lot with their walks, with their hotlines. They have a lot of internships and different, they have forums with blogs to just help people through recovery or people who might be scared about if they have an eating disorder or what to do, and for support for families and friends as well.
Right, awesome. Now, are there resources available for Penn State students who are struggling with an eating disorder?
Yeah, so at Penn State, there is the HEALS program, which is located between UHS and CAPS, which would set up a student with a nutritionist as well as a doctor and support groups, whatever they need to get the kind of support they need. And then it can help them in the community to find a psychiatrist if need be. But it really helps them to give all the resources that they need to recover and get on the road to recovery if they're worried about it.
Now, what do you recommend for friends who may have friends struggling with an eating disorder?
So for friends who may have their friends who are struggling, it can be tricky because it's a touchy subject, obviously. But I would just recommend trying to talk calmly with them about it. If they haven't admitted to it, it can be harder because they can get very defensive, but just tell them about their concern. Don't try and tell them to eat or anything like that because it's not going to help. Just tell them that they're feeling concerned and that they would really like them to maybe look into it. Just read some things online maybe. Tell them that they're there for them, that they're not going anywhere, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully they'll make the decision to get the help that they need.
Now, how common are eating disorders among college students?
They're extremely common, which is a big part of the reason I wanted to have a walk here at Penn State with so many students. I mean, there's millions of people just in the United States alone that get affected by it, and on college campuses, it's a very prominent problem, and especially with so many students at a campus, it's not always easy for everybody to get the help they need because it's so in demand. So I'm hoping that through awareness and things like that, that we'll be able to have the resources that we need for all the students who do struggle on campus.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Andrea.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back after this quick break.
Federal judges in Hawaii and Maryland blocked President Donald Trump's new travel ban, which would have taken effect after midnight on Thursday. The order had placed a 90-day ban on people from 6 majority Muslim nations and a 120-day ban on refugees. According to the BBC, Hawaii District Judge Derek Watson cited questionable evidence in the government's argument that the ban was a matter of national security. Maryland District Judge Theodore Chuang said the ban would violate the First Amendment. President Trump called the block unprecedented judicial overreach. Trump will continue to appeal this decision.
The U.S. military has confirmed conducting airstrikes in northern Syria, but it has denied local reports that it bombed a mosque in which 40 people were killed. A U.S. military official claims that Thursday's airstrike was aimed at a building believed to be hosting an al-Qaeda meeting and killed several terrorists. The building was 45 feet away from the mosque, yet recent satellite imagery shows that the mosque is still standing. The death toll of 42 is expected to rise because dozens of people remain under the rubble.
On Friday, JCPenney released a list of 138 department stores it plans to close. This will displace an estimated 5,000 workers, with only a fraction receiving transfer opportunities. The goal is to raise the overall brand standard of JCPenney and invest in the 900 stores still in operation. The move followed similar store closing announcements by Macy's and Sears. According to USA Today, the shopping habits of young people are causing these department stores to struggle. JCPenney is expected to save $2 million per year.
Universities across the country have reported overall declines in applications from international students, with the biggest decline coming from the Middle East. Officials say it's part of the Trump effect, which has some prospective students worried about the president's immigration policies. Graduate schools have seen the greatest decline in applications, with nearly half reporting steady drops. According to the New York Times, international students bring over $32 billion a year into the U.S. economy. Portland State University's president met with students from India who expressed fears about coming to an anti-Muslim United States in the fall. And that's all for tonight on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News. Thank you for joining us.